Hello and welcome back to the Captain's Quadrant, where we're going very, very quietly into an ancient ruin. Don't run really fast because you may get blown up. I am Captain Joe Dove, and with me, as always, Jason Roy Gaston and VHS Jace. We are the Captain's Quadrant, coming at you all the way from various points in time and space. In fact, you may say that we are in a bit of a wibbly wobbly timey wimey thing ourselves, right?
No, we're all in the same space.
What the
but in
heck are you
different
talking
realities.
about?
But you're in
Jesus
Texas.
Christ,
It's a
Joe.
different time where you are, and you're in Australia. It's the next day. It's
That's how
Saturday.
time zones work.
No,
the
that's
world
the-
is round. Not all of
Yeah,
us get sun at the same time.
We have synced.
Oh my God.
Stop yelling!
We have synced space and time to bring you this.
Jace,
wondrous
go somewhere
episode
else.
of
Mommy
Captain
and Daddy are talking.
All right. We have some really big news to share with you guys. My allergy started up again. No,
Oh God.
no, we're gonna go hop right into it because I love this episode. This is one of my favorites of the season. Jason Roy Gaston, if you please. The synopsis.
Chapel in Corby's quest leads the Enterprise to ancient ruins, hiding a dark secret.
Very short synopsises this time.
Yeah, like it's literally 5 words, isn't it?
Like I feel like the titles of the
happens.
episodes are longer than the synopsises. You know? All right, well, let's hop into first contact. Thanks. All right. I'm gonna go first this week
Go
because
for it, Joe.
I thought this was a make up for a lot of weird stuff last week and the ups and downs that have been going on in the show as of this season, because we had a long wait for something special, and we got a really special ensign that was so excited to be on the ship and so excited to go on an away mission, only to become a red shirt, even though he's wearing white. I thought that it was really cool to see a new species, even though this is probably an old species, it's just new to us. And that this guy, don't ask me to say the name of the species because it has unfortunately slipped my mind. But I thought that this makeup design was so cool. The special effects that they
Good
had.
makeup design.
Yeah, I really felt like it was alien. It was something different. And don't go to shake its hand because he will be like, I thought it was so much fun. There was a great story. Nurse Chapel was being weird. I don't know why she's bugging about Spock because she's got a new fella. Move on. Weird. But going in that ancient system, going to experience the things that were in the orbs and what happened to our young lieutenant was incredible. Spoilers ahead. Just going to warn you, our lieutenant doesn't make it, but we kind of knew that was going to happen. And man, does that start a whole cosmic quandary as to what's in those things, how old they are, and what are they connected to. To me, they look very Gornish. I don't know about you guys. I think it's ancient Gorn stuff. I think we're going to go back to a Gorn thing because it reacted with our half Gorn lover on the Enterprise, Captain Sidepiece Patel. I just thought we were just in a great episode. There were so many different things.
So, sorry, Joe, to clarify, you thought the thing inside the orb was a Gorn?
Yeah, an ancient like Gorn.
Yeah, but like, I thought it was more like a Gorn pole. Instead of a tadpole, a Gorn pole.
Gorn, like a baby Gorn. Yeah, that could be.
Would that make the entire temple Gorn hub?
Damn. I wish I had a sound effect or something to back that joke up. I don't, but I like it, Jace. I like where your head
I
was
do.
going with that.
I do. That was very funny. While you're here, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say hi really quick to all of you. Hello, all of you. Please be sure to like the stream. It helps us out greatly. Even if you share it, we'd help us out even more. So like, share, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe. It does wonders. Okay. Wrap this whole thing up. We've got a very dope standoff by possession type of species and our slightly mutating Gorn. I'm just going to go straight ahead and mute you because that's rude.
Yeah, like it's like we're at a bar and he's making a cocktail in the background.
Next thing you're gonna do is start chewing in my ear, and I'm gonna be like, so yeah.
Quality.
Yeah, so I thought this was just such a fantastic time to be having in Star Trek. We got to explore a new species, a new planet. We got to go deep in a cave, and though the cave entrance reminded me a lot of Lord of the Rings, There were no hobbits, nor dwarves, nor dragons to be found, but it was very cool. Maybe there were dragons, a little bit. I just thought it was a blast, and we've got so much fun adventures that were in store for us. And I also really like this meme that someone posted on one of the groups. We've got Jess Butch, as she can either be Chapel Jones or in the Temple of Evil of Balls of Light. It's very questionable positioning, but very funny. So yeah, there's a lot going on. I had a lot of fun. This made me happy. And I watched this one twice, and I enjoyed it the second time even more. So I'm going to go with VHS Jace.
One of the things I love about Star Trek, Joe, is especially the episodic versions of it, is that sometimes you can come across a situation where, even though we had a scenario last week, it's a fresh start the next week, right?
Yeah.
We're not definitely tied to the episode before. It's a standalone episode.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one good positive thing about episode. The second thing is, when you have such a disastrous episode, you lower the bar of expectations, don't you?
Yeah.
You lower the bar.
Yeah.
They dropped the bar like here. So this was definitely better than last week. But that's not saying a lot, Joe. I feel like I misled you in the chat when I said I liked it. I liked it more than what I saw last week. But this has some critical issues with it. And things I did like. So let's get into the positive. I do like the whole temple stuff. I love the idea of them all being in the same room, but at different planes of reality.
That was
that stuff, right? I thought that was kind of cool. And I didn't mind, like, a possession deal is very Star Trek commonplace. And I didn't mind it was that character, because I think that was eventually going to happen. He was marked for death the moment he got his first frame on one of these episodes. No doubt about it. But yeah, okay, so there are good elements in it. But then the things that they have fundamental issues with go beyond just this episode. Let's talk about Nurse Chapel for a second, if you don't mind. Nurse Chapel in this episode,
this lady,
she's become a horrible person.
She really has.
She's an unlikable person. That whole conversation that she has with good old Noonien Singh was highly inappropriate, none of her business, and she paints her out to be a cow. So, I think I did not like it, and I didn't buy her leadership skills whatsoever. There was one moment when she was running that mission when she goes, "Oh no, we've got to go." Felt the only time that really she had control and knew what she was doing. The other issue was the alien thing, right? It was a great kind of alien, but what development did we get with that species, Joe? No, that's just cannon fodder.
He was
move
toast
from the
too.
first act to the second act. So we kill him off immediately. And then the most disappointing thing is how they get out of that temple, because it's exactly like that meme that you showed. It's derivative. And it was done way worse than the original. I mean, like, straight off the bat, why wouldn't you have thrown something? That's your first thing, right? There's no path there. Well, pick something up and throw it to see if it lands on there. Well, if that doesn't work, here's the other thing. If they all had to go together, they were all wearing jackets and hoodies, you just grab the collar from the front person as they stepped off to the abyss.
Yeah.
Like, these are things that 6-year-old kids would figure out how to do. Yet we're sold this as serious science fiction dramatically. So that was kind of annoying. As for Ensign Happy, I like that actor. Can I just say, I thought that kid was really good. And amazing. I'm kind of annoyed they killed him off so quickly. He deserved a few more episodes.
I agree.
Because, like we said last week, he brought into that enthusiasm and thing into the show that we didn't get anymore from Uhura, because she's been on the ship for a while. So poor Ensign Happy. How about here's a tick. How they describe what happens to him. His eyeballs were extracted out of his sockets.
That sounds painful.
That's what Mbenga says, all right? Which is kind of pretty hilarious, right? And it looks pretty gross.
Yeah.
Although the makeup almost looks like you can see he's wearing contacts or something there.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he's walking around most like that. I think if I was working there, dude, if I was in, you would at least add googly eyes to him, yeah?
Oh,
Because he
man.
would look a lot better with googly eyes. You know, I just
Absolutely.
think they should have done that, Joe.
And I wholeheartedly agree. In fact, that was a
No, well, we did it. It had to be done.
It had to be done.
It had to be done. No, look, okay. So, yeah, the ongoing issues, the writers are just being derivative as a whole. There is nothing new here. And what they do tease that is interesting is never fleshed out a lot. It is better than the last episode, Joe. There are elements of this I did like, but it doesn't go to show that they, right now with this series, are treating it at a level that I would not have expected for what I thought was their flagship show. So I'll get into more bits and pieces as we go off, but I think, and it's no secret, me and Jason here have had just a tiny bit of thoughts about the episode, and I don't want to step on any of this poignant comments he's about to make.
All right. Jason Roy Gasson. Before you continue, I just want to let people know that your sticker is now available on our merch store. Yes, It's the Butt Bugs is now available for you to get on our merch store, which you can hit in the info section below or the podcast show notes if you listen to us on the podcast. We appreciate you.
Are you done?
You got to plug in, dude. You got to respect. You got to plug in. You know.
So I thought this episode was absolutely atrocious. I thought it was terrible. I actually almost hated it more than I hated last week's episode. And right now we are 5 episodes in, and I have liked 1 of the episodes. I've liked 1. And I'm going to say something that is going to be super controversial, especially to longtime Star Trek fans.
Yay, clips.
In a just counting consistency, Star Trek Discovery is a better show than Star Trek Strange New Worlds at this point. Because Star Trek Strange New Worlds is consistently bad right now. Discovery, some people could say that, you know, Discovery was mediocre. That's fine. Right now, Strange New Worlds is less than mediocre. And I don't know. I almost feel like people are making excuses for this show. Wow. I really do. Okay, take this episode for example. It goes nowhere and does nothing and robs us of a quality character for absolutely no reason. It's almost for shock value. And how do they do it? They rip off Event Horizon while they're ripping off Indiana Jones.
Oh, yeah.
And it is just... And it's just... It strikes me as cruel. It was cruel in its execution. Not only in... Hold on. Yes, tell me, why do you think that killing the most optimistic person on Star Trek is fun? What's wrong with you, my figure universe, MFU? What's
MFU? Wait till the comment section to talk to everybody.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. Right. You know what? I will take your slings and arrows because this is how I feel right now.
I'm just going to use that all the time. What do you hate fun, Jason?
What was I saying? I don't even remember. See, my figure universe just completely threw me off. It's cruel in its execution, not only in the fact that they killed off the most optimistic character on the whole show, who was, quite frankly, a breath of fresh air. Nurse Gamble was a breath of fresh air every time he came in. I just instantly got happy. I hate you so much. But it's the fact that it's the fact that the characters who are alive at the end don't care. No one cares. The only one who looks like they care is Pelia, who makes this speech and then instantly turns around and makes a joke.
Yep.
And it's like, this is not the way people act. This is not the way archaeologists act. You're not doing archaeology, you're treasure hunting. That's not how archaeology works. Now, I will say, yeah, it was cool the way that they were all in the same room the whole time. That was cool for all of 2 minutes that they talked about it. And then it's like, oh, well, this is over now, I guess. I just found this whole episode pointless.
Well,
It was, we got this big new alien species who's apparently just evil, and that's it. They're new. They're even. That guy's just dumb. I'm sorry, he's dumb. How dare they? How dare they name him after Majel? How dare they do that? We already had a Majel in Star Trek Prodigy. Don't you take Magel's name again for such a crap character? Don't you do it?
He wasn't crap. He was cool.
He was crap. We're all gonna die. Dies. Yeah, that's just that was him right there.
What he was getting into.
Apparently, he didn't.
No,
I also hold on. I also have to say how stunningly stupid the writing in this episode was. Stunningly stupid, because they have a debate while they're standing in the temple. Their comms have gone out. They can't contact the Enterprise. They have a good 2-3 minute debate 10 feet from the door. 10 feet. They could have walked to the doorway. Hey, Pike, what should we do? Okay, Pike says we need to leave. But no, they're in there. Hey, we could walk 10 feet, or we could have some kind of philosophical discussion. And Nurse Chapel can totally disrespect the senior officer in charge, because Nurse Chapel is like the worst person in the world right now.
But how is Spock doing?
Apparently he's doing La'an now. I don't know.
Well, you know what he was.
How are the people?
He was at least Spock in this episode. He was at least Spock.
He was the most Spock this season.
You didn't have to see him trying to pick up another chick.
No, he was straight up science focused. I love that. It was so good, which is one of the reasons why I love this episode.
You like this episode because they actually had Spock in character?
Yeah,
that's how low the bar has gotten.
Yeah.
That is how low the bar has gotten. Spock is acting normal. This episode must be great. How do we get across invisible bridge? Let's just step on it.
They had ancient technology. They had a lot of cool stuff going on in this episode.
No, they didn't. They had an AR wall. That's all they had. Okay, now be quiet. I'll wrap up my thoughts. Be quiet. I'll wrap up my thoughts. So anyway, this episode was ridiculously bad. This season has been ridiculously bad, to the point that I'm almost glad the show's ending in a couple of years. Not because I want it to end, but I'm thinking that now that they have a endpoint coming, the writers will finally get off their asses and quit screwing around. I really do, because that's what it feels like.
Jason, at this point.
What'd you say, Jace?
Okay, no, I'm not done. One last thing. The only lesson that we learn from this episode is don't go to a strange place and play with balls. That's it. Quit fondling strange balls. Nurse Gamble should have known better.
Hey, look, as someone who worked in manufacturing a lifetime ago, I certainly went, no one's wearing safety glasses. Like, that's all you really needed was some safety glasses.
He was wearing safety glasses.
Everyone gets mad at the movie Prometheus because they said the scientists were stupid and they were touching things. And meanwhile, we have Nurse Gamble who's like, hey, the pretty balls. I can't do this. It's
derivative.
Anymore.
How can you, like you said, hopefully the writers will get this right. How can you at this point trust them
because they started out good. They went on strike. We had a 2-year absence. They obviously picked up quickly because they had come back, and it's like, okay, you got to get on this quick because we got to pump these guys out, and we're selling ourselves because they sold the company.
Listen, there are a lot of shows that were in that situation, Joe. We cannot use any of that as an excuse for poor narratives.
It's bad.
The reality is they have hired. Clearly, there are new writers on this that were on season 1. It's clear, and it's very clear to me that these guys must be. And I'd heard this from somebody else out there. Who was able to back it up with fact. There are a lot of the writers in the room at the moment are huge Buffy and Angel fans.
Yeah.
And, I'd heard that rumor, but then I got that rumor confirmed to be an accurate statement.
Are they doing the first evil again? Is Gamble going to show up as like a vision at one point going, well, I guess we're really screwed now, aren't we, Pike? Shut up, Gamble. You should have been playing with strange balls.
And like, there are a lot of
strange new balls.
Strange new balls.
Yeah.
Look, I just think, I think there's definitely a shift in the quality of writing. And, that's the problem here, Joe. The problem is not the actors. It's not the performance. It's not the direction. It's not the production design. The issue is the stories are just not strong enough, and the stories they are coming up with are derivative. And we've seen them all before. Now, it's one thing to be derivative and be good, but they're derivative and bad. And until something significantly changed in that space, this show is going to end up being as cannibalistic and as self-referential as it has been. And it's going to get worse. Yeah, you know what? Everyone went, oh, well, they're doing a Muppet episode. Okay, let's see how that plays off for 45 minutes.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yep.
No.
I have not watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Please don't kill me. But was there a Muppet episode in that as well?
There was a Muppet episode of Angel, which was the spinoff show. And it was a fun episode.
Okay.
But it's one of those things that I think that's an idea you can do once, kind of like a musical episode. It does. Well, oh my God, they really are just like retreading everything Buffy did, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, everything's magnified at the moment too with this kind of stuff because you don't have 22 episodes. So these episodes that we currently feel like that have just been front loaded this season of gimmicky, derivative, referencing stuff, which 4 out of the 5 episodes have been. You know, in a 22 season episode, you can have a lot of their normal great Star Trek episodes, and you go, you know what, that was a pretty good season. Here, when you have 10 and half of the freaking season is
done,
really tough. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm going to watch every episode of the show. I will not abandon it because the one thing that was always going to pull me back in, well, the two things is I like the cast and it is episodic.
Yeah.
Meaning, I don't know, maybe the next week they get it right. And I will always be hopeful for that. And the reason I'll speak for myself and hopefully Jason agrees with me. Yeah, we've been on the attack this season because we freaking loved this show. And we know what this show is capable of. And I think for me personally, it's sad to see a franchise that was once the gold standard of science fiction storytelling become, just a shell of its former self, if I was to be honest. But I'll still watch it because things go up and things go down. And, maybe new Trek isn't for me, and that's okay. I still have all those series, from the 80s and 90s that I can love.
Well, I'm going to continue watching the show too, because I remember back in the first season, because I was actually in the Star Trek room of the Itty Bitty Inn when we talked about this episode.
Yes.
They did an episode, and I cannot remember what it was called. But it was the episode where they go to the alien planet, and there is a child that they're going to, that they think is going to be like king, but it turned out they're going to sacrifice him at the end.
Oh yeah, that was really early on. I think that was the second
but
episode.
I remember watching that, and still to this day, I say that's one of the best episodes Star Trek as a whole has ever done, because it did everything a Star Trek episode should. It told a compelling story. The ending was devastating, and it was all a mirror to our society about how, we're basically living the lives that we are because of de facto slaves that we never think about.
Yeah.
And I just think back to that season and how good it was, and then I look at this season, and it is almost like it's a completely different show now. It's like it's being run by writers who just don't care, or they're caring about the wrong things. And it's so disappointing because Strange New Worlds started out
that episode, by the way.
Thank you so much. That wasn't Children of the Comet.
No, I think he said that was his favorite episode. That was mine. That
was Valyria then. Number one is
no. I don't know. I'll look at it later. But it just I just feel it's like my parents always said, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. I'm just so disappointed right now.
Oh, geez. All right. Well, it is time to say hello to our friends in the chat. Let's go.
Lift us up where we're suffering.
Lift us up.
I heard you say it before you get cut off. Yeah, lift us up where suffering cannot reach. Which is what I feel like right now. Please, someone lift me up where the suffering that Star Trek Strange New Worlds is giving me cannot reach me.
Yeah, we need the audience out there to lift us up to it.
Yeah.
For they abandon us on masse.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Joe's going, I need new co-hosts. I need guys who are actually going to like what they're watching. Why would you want that for?
No, it keeps it spicy.
Spicy.
All right, so I don't have my glasses, and Teddy's.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, Teddy's handler just refused to answer my text. So, let me make this super big.
Let you squint.
Well, do you want me to do audience comments since my eyes are somewhat working?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so here we go.
Thanks, Jason.
No problem. So, looking to where the comments started.
Hello from Lincoln.
Punk here, Park. Canadian Punk here says hello from Lincoln Park. He's been showing me pictures of that all day. Yeah. I just want you to know I hate you very much, and I hope you have a very bad time. Takala Burrett says, good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening
to you as well.
Good to see you.
Let's see. These are people all saying hi to each other.
Yeah.
Johanna says, happy to be back from Poconos. He's talking about his vacation. Awesome. Hello there.
Where's
everybody
Poconos?
Saying hi. Hello.
Is the northeast of Pennsylvania. It is a ski region, but it also becomes a summer spring resort, which is really nice.
I actually know that area because I was actually educated down here, so I know where things are on the map. I just thought swipe at your education.
Remember when you stayed with me that time? You stayed in Montana?
Yeah.
West of me.
Yeah, I got it. I know exactly where the northeast is. I'm good.
So our audience is very friendly, so they talk to each other for like 15 minutes before we get here. I'll just having a nice little thing.
What the hell is this? Like,
I don't know.
Why is the show allowed?
So, My Figure Universe says, unfortunately, we all knew that was going to happen. I am supposed talking about Gamble's death.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
Gamble, man.
Their race was referenced in the Section 31 film. That is true. The aliens were referenced in that film because that was like the doll that they were talking about.
The fact that My Figure Universe has the ability to still remember any of that movie, it needs to be applauded. Most of us have just blocked it out like trauma. Just buried that.
The canisters reminded me of the Babylon 5 Rivers of Souls movie.
Ooh.
I've tried to block that out of my head. Because while I love Babylon 5, or at least 3 out of the 5 seasons, I try not to think about the movies. I'm sorry, I try not to. Third space, more like turd space. Jason, explain to the class that the planet is the ancient Q homeworld, so possibly years ago the Gorn were at war with Retro Q.
Oh,
that is true, because there was a line, I believe, in the Trelane episode, I think, is where they said that might have been the Q's ancient homeworld or something. I still think it's hilarious that Trelane just decided to mess with Corby because he just didn't like him the first time he saw him.
Maybe
that's such a petty thing to do.
Is this where he first saw him then? Because he was digging in the dirt.
Could be.
Digging in your dirt with your handsome face.
Yeah. Katala Burrett says, Captain Patel did not get along with the life form in the Lieutenant, and neither did Pelia. Pelia freaked out. Yes.
Did that feel odd, that scene? That idea of all of a sudden we're in the doctor and we're, and Benga's dealing with... By the way, it's Benga. Is he not allowed to be happy?
No.
With the writers, he's not allowed to have a healthy relationship with anyone.
No.
With anyone. And that annoys me. Either way, that fight, all of a sudden, Captain Sidepiece is...
Yeah.
Is it a different species than Ensign Eyeballs?
I don't know, but My Figure Universe has the same theory I do, saying that Captain Patel is going to end up being the Gorn from the original series.
I think Captain Patel and Pike are going to have the baby, and the baby is going to be the Gorn from the original.
Ew.
So so this is what we're going to do to the original series. Is this what we're going to do? We're going to make her a Gorn. So now we've got Kirk beating the crap out of a woman. Bravo!
Or their baby. Didn't they have a name for it? Like, because when Kirk and
it was like Slalok or something like that.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's Pike's baby, man. This whole time he was fighting his Pike's kid.
Oh, that would so suck.
That's cool.
Katala backs me up here and says Chapel talked back to Spock, the senior officer, which is against regulations, but that's okay because Chapel is a horrible human being now.
Yeah,
so apparently she's allowed to do that.
She's a great Aussie girl.
I don't know.
She's a great actress, and look what they're doing to her. She's making her
happy birthday.
Yes. Jessica, happy birthday to you. And then we have a lot of people wishing Jessica a happy birthday.
Congrats, Jessica.
I hate this episode. Throws my phaser. You don't throw phasers, my figure universe. You shoot them.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Ted.
you
Oh,
play
man.
roulette with them. That's what
Who
you're
hurt
doing.
me? Life hurt me. I
yeah.
don't know what to tell you.
That's the line of that
So
should be a
clear
t-shirt.
now with this light, too.
Why does Jason hate fun? That should be a t-shirt on the moon.
And that
All
should
right.
be. It should be, because I do hate fun. I hate fun. If fun means a bad episode, I hate it.
Delightful.
Now this is I'm gonna say my figure universe is a point here. How many red shirts died, and did you see Kirk cry? I'm not asking for Kirk to cry. I'm just saying don't drop jokes about them at the end of the episode. That was just weird. Let's see. I'm gonna skip through. Our audience is talkative tonight.
We
only
love it.
21 episodes left. I actually don't like that. I just want them to have a better direction, because right now
I want them to be 21 great episodes, to be honest with you. I'm still rooting for this next episode to be good.
Sci-Fi Queens says it
Hey,
was better
Nita.
than the last two episodes, but it was still a bad
Anita.
episode. Agreed. I like Prometheus. I do too. I do too. Agreed.
really
He
cool
should
if
never
balls
be
in
touching
this
anything.
bucket.
Don't fondle strange balls. No, don't do that. Don't blame the strike. It's bad writing. I agree.
Yeah.
I used to miss the Jerry Springer show, but your arguing tonight really brings it back.
Yeah.
And you wait for the review when we realize that Jason's been sleeping with Joe the whole time. And I'm jealous. So, oh, you said Jerry Springer. That's what happens.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm jealous about the whole thing. And then,
Lucky me.
and I bring out, it's okay, I'm in love with Donkey. And then
There we go. There we go. That is totally.
That's
right
totally
in the
Jerry
after
Springer.
bad lines. Yeah,
Yes.
there was some.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh boy. Can I talk about the moment that I watched and I thought, why are they so dumb? Is the moment where the stupid alien freaks out and just runs straight at the door, and we completely kill him, right? So we have that. They're all staring at that happening for a good 5 seconds and count
Don't
it
say,
out.
no, wait, don't.
And they go, oh, by the way, the door. But you were just staring at the door, and then they randomly go, oh yeah, and the door. It's
Oh
closed.
yeah, the door that's 10 feet away from us that we just had a huge conversation about.
Yes.
Should we go outside and talk to the Enterprise? Yeah. You know.
Like,
Well, speaking of dumb things, one dumb thing that I did notice is when Nurse Chample puts her hand in there and is totally fine with an ancient needle. Hell no. All types of tetanus, man. For other species, ancient needle. That part.
But like, that's also dumb to get in there, because you'd be like, well, let me just extract a bit of blood, put it on a stick, and then stick that in there.
Exactly. I'm
And
not
that's
letting
because it's reading the.
Yeah.
Joe, you would like Buffy and Angel. I agree.
Yep.
They were good, despite the fact that Joss Whedon is a creep. No Muppet SNW, please.
The only way that works
Too
in
late.
my mind that it's a 2-minute sequence and it's something like a Q is messing with them or something.
I hope so.
That works there.
Oh, Trelane comes back again. That'd be
I
fun.
think that if Beto's documentary about Starfleet was like redone for children, and they're watching it on the bridge going, what is this? That would be kind of fun.
That would be hilarious.
Soy Boy Ortegas is the worst, right? Look, I'm a videographer, so I do understand his perspective. I have been in those positions when I'm capturing stuff, right? But in that world, why is it even necessary? Like, why? When you explain that your high-tech video camera not only is intuitive as well as basically designed by AI and focuses on special moments, why does he need to be there at all? And he's annoying.
He's an AI artist. You know, someone
And
who's not an artist.
Yeah. Are we supposed to believe that there's chemistry between him and Uhura?
He looks
Yeah.
like he's
I feel like that's what they're
15.
selling us.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
look
it's
pretty
creepy and weird,
Yeah.
right?
And the
Uh-huh.
fact that, I don't know.
And then, as you mentioned, Jace,
Hello.
the whole thing at the end with Pelia delivering a kind of haunting moment for it to be completely stripped bare and made a sitcom joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want me to do a laugh track? I said to you, Jace, this whole episode, if it had a laugh track, it would be a sitcom.
Yes, you are on the Captain's Quadrant. Hello.
And it is Greg. Good evening, everybody.
Oh,
Hey,
Hello.
Greg, how you doing,
What's
mate?
up, Greg from the Undiscovered Pod. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Listen, I know I'm limited on time, so I will say I enjoyed the episode as a watch.
Thank you.
I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Thank you, sir. That's why
I'm
we're
still,
neighbors and friends.
Well, it's not that I'm kind of in the middle with all of you, but as a watch, it was fun. Now, I'm the only one who said this so far. And I realize continuity is an issue, but what does Strange New Worlds care about continuity? Do you think that maybe these are not new aliens and that there is a connection to them and the PA race?
Oh, I've heard that a
Ooh.
lot. I've heard that a lot. But I'm going to venture onto the whole Q conspiracy. But you guys talk amongst yourselves. I'm curious to how you feel about the PA race connection.
Not out of the realms of possibility.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
this show's been stealing better stuff from better shows anyway. So maybe totally should be harvesting that. I like the idea of it.
Yeah.
I was thinking it might, and now it's been forever since I've seen this episode, but what if they have a connection to the alien that possessed Scotty in Wolf in the Fold?
Oh,
Because wasn't that supposed to be like Jack the Ripper or something? And then like it was an alien who was Jack the Ripper, and I'm just like, could be maybe the same gang or something. I don't know. The evil strange balls you're not supposed to fondle. You know, it could be.
Ooh.
I don't know.
I mean, how many possession episodes has there been in all of Star Trek? A lot. So there's probably a lot you could slot in there.
Red Jack.
Red Jack.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
Yeah, Batel's reaction and the ensign you guys all liked and miss now. It was reminiscent of Keiko being, but as you said, possession is possession.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
man. That's a good one. I'm glad you brought that
so
up.
you never know, another sect possibly that were not in the wormhole,
Oh, that's a good point. That'd be very interesting.
Could be.
Yeah.
They just had to keep their balls out of the wormhole.
But I did enjoy it. We all know that I infamously was also an old man yelling at a cloud about this season. I have not enjoyed this season whatsoever until this one, which I thought was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I did throw everything out, and I said, okay, well, I as an episode, this is no vintage Star Trek here, but this is fun, this is entertaining, and I enjoyed it.
Do you think your expectations have been lowered, Greg?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course they have.
So that's why my first reactions, I kind of enjoyed it. Because the bar's so low.
You are absolutely right. But I did go, it's a plot ropes me in, and it roped me in. And if they're going to return to this and explore this and explain to us who this is, I'm like, okay, you've got me invested again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah.
So that's my 2 cents. I mean, obviously, I have a lot more to say, but time is limited. But I essentially have all three of you within me right now, like one of these things. I have a little bit of Joe, a little bit of Jason, and a little bit of Jace in me about this episode, but did enjoy it.
All right.
Didn't hate
Sounds
it.
like a party.
Yeah.
God, I don't even want to be in my own head. I don't know what's money in theirs.
Thank you so much, Greg. I really appreciate it. Thank
See
you,
you, mate. Thanks for your comments.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon, buddy. You can go and check me out on their show, The Undiscovered Pod, where you listen to Spotify and such.
Traitor.
I'm not a traitor. I was a guest. We've had guests on our show all the time. Are they trading their own people?
Yeah, just they are.
Yes, they are.
Now that I have my glasses, big thanks. There was one thing I wanted to pull up. I think if you think hard enough, there's always a little good to every episode.
Yeah, I agree.
I
mean,
there was stuff in this episode I did like. It was just far outweighed by the stuff I did not like.
Gotcha. There is a TOS episode called Day of the Dove. Yeah, the Dove. With an entity that caused trouble with the Klingons and the Feds on the.
That's the Organians, I believe. Yes.
Oh yeah, is it the one with they were pure energy?
Yeah, and it was like, you two have got to stop fighting. They don't have the budget for it. You have to be nice now.
I just, it's very Star Trek fandom to do this, but it's even more amusing now that the need to want to attach this to stuff that's already been established. Like, why, really, we want new stuff, right? Just create a new species. Does it have to be connected from something 60 years ago? And I love continuity, but I also, and it's important to me, but this connection of, do we really need it? Because I'm a bit more protective over it now because of how much of a crap job they're doing referencing older stuff.
I love the fact that you're looking at a TV show based on a character who first appeared 60 years ago and was brought back, and you're sitting there going, well, can't we have new stuff? No, we can't. The whole point of Strange New Worlds was to look at the old stuff again.
Was it? Because that's not the show I signed up for.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's exactly. Okay. No.
Strange New World.
Okay, they were Strange New Worlds 100 years ago. Then we got Picard, and they were just regular old worlds.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, listen. I'm going to go off on a little rant right now. Okay. Say what you will about Star Trek Discovery. I know some people out there absolutely hate it, but they at least tried to do things different visually. They tried to do things different storytelling-wise. They tried to give us something new, something original, and fans as a whole rejected it. The same fans who were saying, we want something new, we want something new, we want something new. Ew, not like that. And then they saw Anson Mount just like swagger onto the bridge, and they're like, ooh, we want that. But it's a 60-year-old character. We want it.
It's the hair.
It is. The hair is amazing.
It is. All right. Well,
I really think in response to that, it's not about that side of it, Jason. That's not why people hated Discovery. People hated Discovery because you had an unlikable lead character who didn't actually become likable for 3 freaking seasons. And I think that was the biggest problem. And they went too far afield. Strange New World, at least design-wise, is trying to do its right thing. It's just I wanted to see new aliens, and then occasionally, we come across aliens that we've met in Star Trek, or come up with origins for some of them. And I don't know. Old man yelling at cloud. Put the graphic up, Joe. That's me right now.
I got you.
I'm defeated.
I was the one who was yelling at things.
Yeah. There we go.
Not.
I'm
good looking.
I just noticed that.
I was like Greg. I was more optimistic. I was like, you know what? This was okay. And then I watched it again just before doing this. And then you've spoken. And now I'm like, really dejected. And like, yes, this really sucked.
I have that effect on people. I just make everything worse.
No, I still like it. I don't care. I thought it was fun seeing.
Give me time, Joe. Give me time.
I just what little girls are made of, and wow, is he referencing us because we are little girls?
No. That's the episode.
Yeah, I know. I'm joking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Doctor Who beats Star Trek is the amount of how many races they come across.
Yeah, that's true because Doctor Who is always like running into old races.
Yeah. Let's do the Daleks again. Yeah.
You can also get
Shooty never came across the Daleks, and I feel very sad because I really think he would have been hilarious with the Daleks.
They cut his season.
Just walk up to them and call them honey. I would have loved that. We are not honey. We are Daleks.
Jace, did you ever watch Doctor Who?
Yeah, I watched the old stuff when I was a kid, and then I grew up and went, "This sucks." No, I like it. Unfortunately, when I tried to get back into it, it did suck recently. So, but I respect the franchise.
Gotcha.
But I just want to say with Star Trek, and the other reason I think, the good thing about Doctor Who and Star Trek is caught in the same paradigm that Star Wars is the more connections you have with everything, the smaller you make the universe. Doctor Who does a great job ever expanding because there's always a new species, and you do catch up with oldies occasionally, but they seem to be able to expand. Their world building is better, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh well, I can hear all the Trekkies with the pitchforks and that. Yeah, I'm gonna get him.
I hope so. That'll be fun.
I hope so because it'd be fun.
Yeah.
And expensive to fly down here, so good luck with that.
It'd be worth it just to see you run.
Oh mate, I'll have kangaroos, Tasmanian devils,
Huntsman spiders,
giant spiders in the front yard, mate. So bring it on, I say.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. We have our section that you are going to be taking the con on.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, like Jace has got to go. Yeah, see you, Jace. All right,
Hi, Jace.
It's time for another episode of the poorly titled Galaxy of Stars. Treat for you tonight.
Oh,
Joe, it's the last surviving bug from the episode Conspiracy and Strange New World. He's apparently been hiding out the whole time. So thanks for your time. What is your real name? Because we just know you as Butt Bug.
That is my name. My name is Butt Bug. Barry the Butt Bug.
Barry the Butt Bug. So
Barry B. Butt Bug. The B stands for Butt Bug.
Actually, you know, while we've got you, a Conspiracy Butt Bug,
Please, just call me Butt Bug.
Okay. I'm sorry, Butt. I mean, Mr. Bug. I will get there. Nevertheless, how do you take possession? Which orifice? Because, you know, there's two theories here going. You enter the mouth or you enter, the butt.
I'm a Butt Bug. Well, you see, back in the 1980s, it was a little bit hard to get things like that on the TV, unless you was on Showtime or HBO. We had to censor things just a little bit, but yeah, I'm a Butt Bug.
Well, here's the deal with this. Why? Because the journey that you have to take through the colon and then the lower intestine, traveling up the spinal cord, all the way to touch the back of your head. Wouldn't it be easier just to go through the mouth?
Okay. Haven't you ever taken the scenic route?
True.
Gives you time to think about things as you're just kind of going through the intestine and everything. You think about life, and you think about where you're going, and you think about your 12 million kids that you've left at home, and then you get up there and you're like, you know what? I'm doing pretty good for myself, really. Now I stick my little butt through the back of the neck and I throw Worf through a door, and it's awesome.
That's the thing, right? Like, are you super strong just as you are right now, or you have to be attached to a species? Because don't you become like 4 times stronger or 8 times stronger?
Listen, with faith in God, all is possible.
That's true. That is true. So, hey,
the Butt Bug Guard, at least.
You're pretty lonely.
Or hair to the Butt Bug Guard.
I would assume you're pretty lonely by yourself up there. Now, I mean, you've been on the Enterprise for decades now. It's currently being in a museum. Yeah. Like, how are you entertaining yourself?
Well, they got a holodeck and everything, and I often take trips to Disneyland on the holodeck, at least the Butt Bug version of Disneyland. We have this one ride called It's a Small Colon After All, and then we'll have then we'll have Great Thunder from Down Under Railroad, and we'll have the Haunted Intestine. Oh, that's scary. Super duper scary.
Okay.
So scary.
You have one character, one person, individual species that you could take possession. Like, who's on your hall pass as such? Who would be the celebrity or, officer that you would, if you had your choice, attach it to?
Okay, maybe it's just me, but I always wanted to have a crack at Q. And that was a pun. I thought it was a good pun. Crack at Q because I'm a Butt Bug. But man, can you imagine if I got up Q's keister and took him over? I would be the most powerful Butt Bug ever.
Would you be malevolent or would you be a good?
He would be Barry the Malevolent being.
I would be so malevolent. Oh my god. I would make a giant butt and put the earth inside the giant butt, and I'd be like, ha ha, you're the Butt Bug now. What's it like being a Butt Bug? Everybody looks down on the butt bug until you become one.
All right, well, I think we're going to wrap it up here. Joe,
I think that would be a good idea because you all know too much now.
Joe, you got any questions before he decides to invade us?
Why did you always choose the old Badmiral's butts to go up?
Because they are not quite as tight as the younger people. They kind of lose that tightness after a while, and they're just easier to squirm up, you know?
That did not disappoint. Thank you.
All right, that has been another poorly titled A Galaxy of Stars.
Wow.
That you are missing out, Jace, on some of the coolest little conversations going on these days. That one was highly disturbing, though, and
a little bit.
I feel like we'll all need a cleanse after that one.
Maybe a colon cleansing.
I caught the end of that, and I'm gonna go join the undiscovered pod now. I'm not even gonna ask. I'm just gonna show up.
I think we'll just invade it and take it.
Well,
you know. And we can do what we've been doing. We just go and destroy everyone's podcast from the inside.
Just keep going.
That would make that we would be the podcast butt bugs.
We would be the podcast butt bugs. Look at that. Invite us on your show, guys. No.
And then we take down Trek culture as like the grand finale.
Oh yeah.
Oh, going down, Sean Ferry. Hey, by the way, don't you think every time I see Chappelle's boyfriend on the screen, I'm thinking that could have easily been Sean Ferry.
That should have totally been Sean. I don't know.
That should have been.
You gotta, come on. That should have been Sean instead of being Corby. Be Corby, but let Sean Ferry be Corby because at least Corby.
It's
Sean Ferry agent.
But we don't know if Sean can act. We don't. Maybe
Sean can act.
He acted like he liked you guys, so I mean.
Yeah, that's true. He put up with us. I have a photo.
Yeah,
me too. We all have photos.
So yeah, maybe. But
Sean Ferry is a photo with
You just would have sent him to an acting teacher for 6 weeks and go.
Yeah, he would have been perfect for this.
Nah, he's got the accent. You don't need to act if you've got an accent.
That's true.
It's fine.
You don't really need to do much. They should have been Sean Ferry. We're going to petition. I'm going to flip this and send it to Sean. Time to fire at will.
Fire at will.
All right, so I am doing the research right now, and I am happy to announce that this week's winners, ones that get the McCoy, whatever that thing is, and that's going to be Johannes. Congratulations, and Baby Light 83, which I believe is Miss Ed's wife, and she's going to be getting the brand new, since it was such a feature and such a fun time. You're going to get the new It's the Butt Bugs sticker. Congratulations.
I'm sure they will cherish that.
They will. It's going to be awesome. So,
what do you do with that? Like, seriously, though, are you wearing that out in public? Like you're sending a message, aren't you? Because to the Star Trek fans, they're going to go, whoa, that's funny. To the normal people, they're going to go, let's keep some distance from them.
I'm used to that anyway.
I just love how this features just the most malevolent, invasive species known to mankind, and me and butt bugs.
Yeah.
Well, but you know what? The butt bugs are not the most evil thing in that photo.
No, they're not.
It looks like Teddy's trying to Vulcan nerve pitch you.
He was. He was looking for that nerve cluster.
You had a hypo spray.
I'm gonna get you, you son of a gun.
By the way, that's the one thing I'm annoyed at in real reality is that hypo sprays weren't a real thing. Parenting would have been so much easier.
All right, kids.
Chloroform works just as fine.
Yeah.
Jesus. Wow.
And a brick.
Wow. Be sure to reach out on the socials. You can find me on Blue Sky or Instagram. I think you guys are pretty talkative with me on Instagram. So if you
lots of people are talking about you on Instagram.
Probably.
Yeah. We try to hide it from you most of the time, but you can only do so much. Be sure to hit me up so I can mail you your stuff. Same thing with Holly Matt. Greg's actually in driving distance, so I can just give him his. There you go. You get your sticker. But
Jessica.
Yeah, that's all you need, Greg, is Joe just without notice slowly pulling up in his car across the street.
Did you watch the show? Did you subscribe?
Yeah. And he would say, Greg, you're a winner, Greg.
I don't think I'm that creepy. Jesus.
Greg, come out to play.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there anything else? There was some news today that I thought was pretty interesting from Collider or something like that about a Jonathan Archer show where he's President Archer. And
you know what the news is? Can I
it's not happening. So
the news is an actor wants to come back to play a role so he can be popular again. That's the story.
You saw it too, then?
Yeah, they all doing that. You know, you see people go, "Oh yeah, I'd like to join the Marvel universe." And then the story is, you know, blah 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 wants to be in the Marvel. Of course you do. You want the job. So yeah, how does that work though? How does Bakula come back as So what? We're doing another prequel series.
I mean, they
back up the colon as much as possible. We're going to go back to that.
I'm going to tell you right now, I would watch a Star Trek Picard type show with Jonathan Archer. I'd watch it in a second.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. There you go. And
as long as they skip the crap of the first 2 seasons and do the really good 3rd season last. Or
I
first.
just realized that Strange New Worlds is the opposite of Picard. Where Picard had a great 3rd season.
Yeah.
Hey.
And now, right now. Well, actually, I don't know. Maybe it goes a little bit different because this feels more like season 2 of Picard this season.
Oh, jeez.
Remember those days when we were desperately trying to cling on that it was going to be good?
Yeah.
Season 2 of Picard. And we
started out really good.
That first episode was really good because we're like, oh my god, look at the ships, look the Borg are back. Yeah. This is gonna be great. And then throughout the rest of the season, we were just sitting there going, oh no, God, they messed it up.
He's having a relationship with a vet. Like, what is about this now?
Wouldn't the temporal team come and grab him? Don't they have temporal police?
Not if it's a predestination paradox and he was always supposed to go back in time, which according to Guinan he was. So, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm glad that worked out. I think that's going to wrap it up.
That's what gets me so much action with the ladies right there.
There it is. That's number 1 on the dating apps, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies, there he is. Make sure you go and DM him. Swipe. Oh man, how does it work? Swipe some way.
I shouldn't be unleashed on anyone. I'm just going to be honest.
I know. And if you are, there's certain protection. There's pepper spray.
Oh, jeez. No, we're not going to
those little extendable hard bats.
Yeah, but I don't like carrying around pepper spray.
All those remember those little leather keychain things that you would see in old British kind of gangster movies?
Yeah, I remember those.
And then they just be a little small. Knock over the head and always
Billy Jack. Is that what that was called?
I don't know. It might be called Billy Jack. I don't know. You seem the one who's all around violence, Joe, not me. So
no, I'm very much.
You didn't need that though. All you needed was a set of keys and
Oh, blackjack.
That's all you need.
Now all you need to show violence is to have an iPad and show this current episode of Strange New Worlds.
No.
Now I've wrapped it up. We can get out of here.
I don't think guys, thank you so much for joining. Thank you guys so much for listening or watching. We all really appreciate it. Be sure to visit the merch store. We have those stickers in case you didn't win this week. And don't forget, you have an opportunity next week to win some merch. We're going to give away a ton of Star Trek and other sci-fi merch, not just because I'm cleaning out my closet, because Teddy's handler said so. We are so excited to share so much fun in the rest of the Strange New World universe with you. We're hoping next episode is going to be great. Right, guys?
Can't get much
absolutely.
Worse.
Can I just say, Teddy's handler, if she's not yelling this out every time you're in that closet, is Joe won't come out of the closet. I don't know what she's doing. Like that is a joke. That should be said every time.
It should be.
Joe won't come out of the closet.
Yeah. Thanks.
It's offensive. What can I say?
Be sure to give us a rating, 5 stars, if you please, and wherever you're listening to this on the wondrous podcast apps, wherever they may be. And if you're listening to us on Patreon, be Be sure to share it with your friends that enjoy Star Trek and science fiction and ask them to become a patron. For the low, low price of $2.99, you can get a special thank you from us, and you can get so much more, including stickers, your name on our wheel of agony.
The butt bug can come back and thank them too.
The butt bug maybe will come back and thank them. Maybe. And we appreciate all of you. So live long and prosper, and we'll see you next week live.
Maybe.
I don't know. I may not come back next week.
You'll be back.
Maybe on Strange New Pod.
No. We honor our patrons. Holly Mack, 79. Joanna Borg. Chris Katulka. Denise Hill. Cosmic Mom. And Joe Saporito. Become a patron today.